Hi, my name is Greg Weldon, and I'm going to be your quote-unquote professor for the Futures Trading Bootcamp, which is really a bootcamp to help you trade anything, okay? But it's specific to futures, and I'll get to that in a second. And for those of you who don't know me, 35 years in the business. This is my 35th year in the business. Mind-blowing. Started on the Florida Commodities Exchange in the gold and silver pits, working for Stanley Bell, back when they were filming Trading Places on the floor, and there was a lottery to see who was going to be the extra. A lot of my friends are actually in the movie with Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy. From there, I worked at Lehman Brothers. I went upstairs and wanted to learn financial futures. Met Howie Levine, infamous futures broker, 7th floor in the World Financial Center for Lehman Brothers. Met Louis Bacon there. Was in on the ground floor of More Capital, one of the most successful hedge funds of all time. Louis, perhaps the most genius, intense, risk manager that I've ever seen, and certainly a lot of what I now deploy in terms of risk management, specifically. Was an outcropping from early studies done with Lewis around mismanagement. I went from More Capital after I traded some of Lewis's money and quite successfully won me a spot at Commodities Corp, where for 2 years I was the second top risk-adjusted trader, including a 12-month run of 50%. Since then, when Goldman Sachs took over, I started Weldon Financial, been producing independent market research for over 20 years, and wow. I've seen the industry change in so many ways, and even since 2008, 2009, where people are wanting to do it themselves more, and that is a great move. And using the futures markets would be a great move as well. There's misconceptions around the futures market. It's dangerous, it's risky, it's nefarious, and to some degree it is if you don't know what you're doing. And frankly, understanding them is a lot easier than I think a lot of people think it is. The bottom line is if you put $5,000 into a futures account and buy 2 contracts of gold, you're already in trouble. The math doesn't work there. We're going to give you all the math. It's really simple. And to have the futures market on your side, with what's coming here, all right, next from a macroeconomic monetary standpoint, people that know me, this is what we do, 24/7 here at WeldonLIVE, all right, is you want to have flexibility. You want to be nimble. You want to be able to be long and short. You want to be able to trade bonds. You want to be able to trade commodities. You want to be able to trade gold, energy. You want to be able to trade certainly the currency markets as well. The opportunities, giving yourself so much better chance to find opportunities by having all these markets. And trust me when I say, and I hate to say trust me, but I mean it's really true. Trust me when I say, if you understand the math and can apply the math here, which is pretty simple, these markets are no more dangerous than any other market out there. And in fact, there's a lot of benefits to the futures markets that you don't get in other markets besides the leverage. I take you from opening an account, developing a methodology, psychology for sure, because it's huge and it permeates every part of this boot camp. It's the most important thing. I can give you the keys to the castle, but you got to go to the door and use them. And from that perspective, it's a lot about psychology. We show you execution, different types of orders, everything from the basics, contract months, what are the symbols? Because these are the questions we're getting. I'm doing this to meet a need out there because of the overwhelming demand that I'm getting in terms of emails from my customers and even from non-customers asking me these questions. Decided to just put this together to help people. And, hey, they're happy to, this is business too. So I think what we're giving you here is tremendous value relative to the price. We talk about account management, creating a risk profile. I give you what I use, the risk profile that I use that looks at risk from a variety of angles, that is comprehensive. Talk about correlated risk, portfolio risk, cross risk. All these things are so important. It's the most important thing. And then following it is the most important thing. So we give you all of this. Part 3, and the first 3 parts are videos with me, an overlay, and a PDF copy. Just surviving 35 years. One of my clients is the guy named Victor Speriando, Trader Vic. You might have heard of him. Wrote the book, owned the bar. The guy's infamous, and the guy is about as astute as anyone I know. The guy knows it all. He's been there. He's been in the business 50 years, plus. And he has been kind enough, once he heard I was doing this, he got really excited. And he's like, Greg, why are you charging so little? This thing should be, well into 4 figures. Is it about making money? It's always about making money. But in this case, there's a higher goal here, which is to educate and really help people, because I'm getting all these questions and because I think it's worthy. I mean, you have to do this, and I want to help you, and I want to give you everything. I don't hold back here, all right? And Trader Vic is going to add in one of his lessons, and I give you lessons from all the people that I've engaged that are Hall of Fame traders. Part 4 is the best. It's interactive. We go live on the 11th. Here's the setup. Releasing all the videos at once on the 5th. You can keep buying them right in through the 10th, but you're paying a higher price. We're giving you a discounted price right here, $100 off as of right now. And this is a limited time only. It's going to run out fast. And up until then, you can even buy the boot camp at a regular price. You're going to pay $100 more. The Q&A starts the 10th. All right, and we're going to talk about the boot camp. We're going to answer questions. We're going to have you feed us questions through Twitter. And we have a whole setup here that's going to accommodate everybody. We go live on the 11th, the 12th, the 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th. 6 days post-market. Open my position book to you. I show you what we're doing. I show you what you're trading. I tell you what I'm thinking. And as things change over this course of 6 days, I show you how it changes. I tell you how my thought process changes, stops moving. All these things. We give it to you in its application. And we will also have a period here where we will help you, as you're doing this yourself maybe through this period. And then boot camp close comes the 29th and 30th, where we will discuss all of it again with all of you. So, I mean, what you're getting here for the price, to me, I mean, Trader Vic is like, you're out of your mind. But again, there's a higher calling here. There really is. And with what's coming next in the markets, man, I think you need to avail yourself of just the opportunity that I'm willing to provide here, because I think it's just so important with what's about to come, that you're prepared and that you can not only survive but thrive. And using the futures markets and applying these principles, you'll give yourself the best chance to do exactly that, thrive in the coming environment.